Good morning, everyone. Today, we're diving into two fundamental concepts in computer science and system design, concurrency and parallelism. While often used interchangeably, understanding their distinct differences is crucial for anyone engaging with modern technological developments. These concepts are at the heart of how operating systems work, how multi-threaded applications run, and how ultra-scalable systems are built. Differentiating between them is not just an academic exercise. It has practical implications for designing efficient, responsive, and powerful software and hardware. We'll explore what each means, how they work in practice, and why their distinction truly matters in today's multi-core, distributed world. Let's embark on this journey to demystify these powerful ideas.
Let's start with concurrency. At its core, concurrency is about managing multiple tasks or pieces of work that appear to be happening at the same time. Think of it as dealing with multiple things at once, without necessarily doing them all simultaneously. It's about structuring your program so that it can handle multiple independent sequences of operations, even if a single processing unit is interleaving their execution. Imagine a chef in a busy kitchen. They might be sautéing vegetables, boiling pasta, and preparing a sauce. They aren't doing all three exactly at the same moment, but they switch between tasks rapidly, giving the appearance of making progress on all of them. This allows the chef to manage the cooking of multiple dishes and ultimately serve them all. This is concurrency in action. To better grasp concurrency, let's look at real-world examples. A classic example is a single-core web server. This server might be handling hundreds, even thousands of requests from different users. It does this by rapidly switching between these requests. While one request is waiting for data from a database, the server can switch to process another request. When the data arrives for the first request, it switches back. The users perceive that their requests are being handled simultaneously, even though the server is only performing one actual operation at any given instant. This context switching by the operating system is a prime example of achieving apparent parallelism through concurrency, making systems feel responsive and efficient.
Now, let's shift our focus to parallelism. While concurrency is about managing multiple tasks, parallelism is about literally doing multiple tasks simultaneously. This requires multiple processing units or resources. Think of our kitchen analogy again, but this time, instead of one chef juggling tasks, you have multiple chefs, each with their own workstation and ingredients, simultaneously cooking different dishes. Chef A prepares soup, Chef B bakes bread, and Chef C roasts chicken. All three dishes are being actively cooked at the exact same moment. This true simultaneous execution is the essence of parallelism, leading to potentially much faster overall completion times for a set of tasks.
Parallelism is prevalent in modern computing, largely thanks to multi-core processors. Your laptop or desktop computer likely has a CPU with multiple cores, allowing it to run different parts of a program or entirely different programs at the very same time. For instance, you could be rendering a 3D animation, compiling code, and streaming a video, all concurrently running across different cores. Beyond a single machine, parallelism extends to distributed systems, like cloud computing environments, where a single complex task is broken down and processed simultaneously across many different servers. This is how big data analytics platforms handle immense datasets, by dividing the work and processing it in parallel. Let's summarize the key distinctions between these two concepts. Concurrency is primarily about dealing with multiple tasks. It's a way of structuring code that allows for the management of independent operations, often achieving responsiveness even on a single processor by rapidly switching between tasks. It's about composition and managing complexity. Parallelism, on the other hand, is about truly executing multiple tasks simultaneously. It inherently requires multiple processing units, be it multiple CPU cores, different machines, or even threads within a GPU. Its primary goal is to achieve faster execution and higher throughput. While parallelism implies concurrency, concurrency does not necessarily imply parallelism. You can have concurrent tasks on a single core, but you cannot have parallel execution on a single core. Understanding concurrency and parallelism is not just an academic exercise. It's fundamental to modern software and system design.
These concepts are crucial for building highly performant and responsive applications. For instance, a UI must be concurrent to remain responsive while background tasks are running. Similarly, large-scale data processing or scientific simulations demand parallelism to complete within reasonable timeframes. By leveraging these concepts effectively, developers can maximize the utilization of available hardware resources, whether it's the multiple cores in a CPU or thousands of servers in a data center. This leads to efficient resource utilization, enhanced system performance, and ultimately a better user experience and more powerful systems. These concepts are deeply embedded in the technology we use every day. Consider cloud services like Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud, which handle millions of concurrent user requests by utilizing massive parallelism across their data centers. In video game physics engines, parallelism is vital for simulating complex interactions and rendering detailed graphics in real time. Big data analytics tools, such as Apache Spark, extensively use distributed parallelism to process terabytes of information. Even your everyday web browser uses concurrency to load multiple tabs, download files, and render content simultaneously without freezing the entire application. From your phone to supercomputers, concurrency and parallelism are the unsung heroes making it all work.
While powerful, both concurrency and parallelism introduce their own sets of challenges. In concurrent programming, developers must contend with issues like deadlocks, where two or more tasks are stuck waiting for each other, and race conditions, where the outcome depends on the unpredictable order of operations. Context-switching overhead can also reduce efficiency. For parallel systems, ensuring proper synchronization overhead between tasks and managing load balancing to distribute work evenly across processing units can be complex. Debugging parallel programs is notoriously difficult due to non-deterministic execution. The choice between emphasizing concurrency or parallelism and how to implement them largely depends on the specific problem you're trying to solve, the available resources, and the desired performance characteristics. In conclusion, we've explored the critical distinction between concurrency and parallelism. Concurrency is about efficiently managing tasks for responsiveness, allowing systems to handle multiple operations gracefully, often through interleaved execution. Parallelism, on the other hand, is about executing tasks for speed, leveraging multiple resources for true simultaneous execution to achieve higher throughput and faster completion times. Both are foundational to modern computing and crucial for building robust, scalable, and high-performance systems. As technology continues to evolve, with more cores, distributed architectures, and specialized hardware, the future promises even more intricate distributed and parallel systems. Understanding these concepts empowers us to design and interact with the next generation of technological innovations. Thank you.